Hello, it's my pleasure to be here. I'm Euripedes Fernandes de Oliveira Jr. In the next minutes and the next charts, I will show you my professional and educational background. For this, I prepared one short agenda that considering my profile, core experience, academic background, corporate career, method, and tools that I have used with my students in my sessions, research, key results, and my own strategic value proposition. Okay, this is my guide to show you my background. Here we have the big picture about myself. Last 30 years, I have worked with different business, mainly uh, educational ones. Obviously, I am professor and my mentor. Have worked in the students last years, but I worked too with a pharmaceutical company and healthcare ones. Now, in this moment, I'm studying at postdoctoral researcher. I'm doing it at ESPM, Escola Superior de Propaganda Marketing. I will show you the next chart. And then here we have my key positioning. Bridge. I'm able to bridge, to connect academic research excellence and practical business strategy implementation, focusing on students, focusing and teach, acknowledgement, mainly practical ones. So I prepared a chart with my core competences based in layers. The first one we have here the strategic marketing and business development. What we have here focus in management, global strategy and planning, marketing research, omnichannel and digital transformation, and ESG practice and internationalization. This topic, this subject, I'm working on it in my postdoctoral course. In this moment, I research, I'm working, I'm understand how the Brazilian companies go out, how the Brazilian company plan to open business abroad, Brazil, considering ESG practice. In another layers, we have the leadership and organization's excellence, connected with my postgraduate and MBA leadership, research and supervision, mentorship with the students, as I told to you, focusing in international communication, cross-cultural team development, and BI, business intelligence. And finally, in the last layer, my main expertise. Here we have the consumer anthropology and co-hunting, product management and pricing, retail marketing and distribution, healthcare and pharma industry that I worked in all of my life, and marketing, management, and business. This is the three layers that connect with my core competence. Here we have my academic background. This photo I took in India. I lived there from 2024 until 2025. And I took this one in Jaipur in India. I lived there. I will talk about this in next chart. But now, connected with my academic background, I'm studying at Escola Superior de Propaganda e Marketing, School of Advertising and Marketing. I'm studying postdoctoral research. Here we have the layout at our school. I finished my PhD in 2023. It's so recently at Universidade Metodista de São Paulo. And then there are different universities that I did focusing in international business. And I studied in France, in Grenoble in 2010. And then I finished my MBA in business management in 2009. The both one are connected. The first part is here in Brazil, and the second one is in France, and the EIA in Grenoble in France. And then another course that I did is Master's in Administration. I finished in 2005, and my first university, my first formation is in Economic Science. Okay, here we have the academic leadership and teaching excellence. I'm now in this moment I'm a online professor with Valdosta State University. This university is in South Korea. I'm online professor. In another hand, I worked here in Brazil, in São Paulo, at Universidade Presbiteriana Mackenzie, and I'm professor in MBA, postgraduate, and undergraduate course, but in life, personal. Um, I worked at Wooks University 2024 until 2005. As I told you, I lived there. I lived in Hyderabad in India. It's South India, South. It was an amazing experience. I was professor, advisor, and worked at PhD programs. Mackenzie, I told you that I'm working at this company in this university now, and then there are another university that I worked, like Unip, Unisa, Faculdade Sequencial, Sumaré, and Centro Universitário 9 de Julho. This is the last ones. So let's change to understand my professional and corporate career. As I told you, I worked at the pharmaceutical and healthcare companies. Here we have, for example, Fixit. It was a startup that I worked, Expansão Tecnologia, Baldacci Laboratories, Biorad Laboratories, Roche Diagnostics, and Berger Ingelheim. Someone that this company is multinational ones. And then I worked in different areas in marketing, sales, demand, sales training. I was sales training manager too, working with a team, achieve results with teams, administration, and delivery result goals. So when talk about the method and tools, I have used in my session, in my classes, different ones like MindMap, Miro, AIs, different ones, Mentimeter, Kialo. Um, I have Lucid Spark. It's an interesting one to work with startup models and case studies from mainly Harvard Business School and some videos from YouTube Premium. The question is why? Why, Fernandez? Why Euripedes? Why do you have using this kind of tools? The answer is to connect, to engage the students with me, the students with the content, the subjects. The sessions are more dynamic, is more interactive. Then I'm able to engage so fast the students with subject, professor, and then it good to achieve the result about the content subject. Here we are coming to the final by my presentation. Here we have my recent publications. We have a book, chapters, book, papers that I wrote, that I approved recently. You can see 2025, 2022, 2010, and 29 and 19. This is my recent publication. In the other hand, when talking about global collaboration, as I told you, I worked at Wooks University in India. I was professor, dean assistant, mentor, and I worked so deep in the different lectures and like Casey Crunch and faculty development and global forum. And then in the same situation, I worked in the same situation, the same tools, the same activities here and Estácio University in São Paulo, in Brazil. So what about the key results? What about the deliveries? When you talk about the academic impact, I mentored close 100 graduate study in research and development, and published peer-reviewed research and healthcare communication and corporate focus. We scaled up, observing the revenue with teams that worked with me in pharma and healthcare devices. And when talking about the global delivery, the global key results, I created bridges between academic research and business application, uh, developing a sustainability and responsibility management curriculum. Finally, we have my strategic value proposition. The question is, why Euripides? This is the question that I'd like to give the response based on my strategic value proposition. First, integrated expertise, rare combination uh, based on academic background and corporate background. I deep understand both ones. I have the clearly global perspective. I lived in India, Hyderabad. I worked there. I teach, I taught, and works university. I studied at France. I'm working with Valdosta University in Korea. Now I'm working there. I have a capability multilingual and maybe cross-cultural communication. And talk about the uh, strategic capabilities, I have worked with the marketing, strategy development, business, administration, organizational transformation, and digital transformation, mainly in omnichannel strategy. And then I finally demonstrated track record by basically from a constant success building, uh, leading based in high performance and publications. So finally, you have here my main contacts. You have, I think we have all this one, email, LinkedIn, and or seat. And finally, I'd like to thank you about this opportunity, and I hope that you see in the next time to talk about my experience and then understand your expectations about the delivery and possibilities that I could connect. Thank you so much and see you soon.